select board meeting now. Select board meeting is live on Facebook, so.
I'm gonna mute everybody.
Yes.
I'm gonna mute everybody, just when you wanna talk, because unmute yourselves.
No, you leave the select board.
Leave them,
people on,
okay,
the
just never
select
mind,
board.
I'll leave it.
Well, yes, we're all going to say the Pledge of Allegiance. Where you are. All right. I pledge allegiance
To
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I think we've lost her.
Yeah, something happened. We lost the whole meeting. Or was it?
I don't know, the internet went out.
Was it starting at 4 and then starting all the way through 5, or did you have separate call-ins for the budget and the select board? You might have had a different one start at 5. Well, for those of you that are watching at home, we have lost connection with everybody on Zoom, so that I am going to go and get my budget, my select board agenda, and we will be right back as soon as Renee can find everybody again. So what happened? We lost everybody? You know, we only want the select board, we just want the select board call in, right? We can call them all. No, they'll all call back in. It might only be
The
an hour.
internet's down.
What?
The internet is down.
Oh. We can't have it.
We'll just have to call on our cell phone.
We'll call everybody and do, and you do 2 and I'll do 2. I'll call Jason and Rachel. Because we need to pass the warrants at least. You know, we have to get those passed. Okay, we're on. We're having to call the select board because we're offline. I don't know if Facebook is working, but if you're watching, we apologize for the technical issues.
Who are you calling?
Rachel and Jason. I don't know how to do the 2. Do you know how to do the 2?
Call one.
We lost internet connection, so we're gonna call, each of us is gonna call 2 people on our cell phones and we'll be able to have our meeting. Can you see anybody else? She can see everybody. The internet's off, spectrum, of whatever axiom must be off. Anyway, well, just tell, you don't get off the phone because we're gonna have to do it with a phone. Tell Jason I'm gonna call him. How do I do it? Add. I don't know how. What are we gonna do with JD Rule? Oh, hi, did I call you guys? Oh, sorry. Yeah, we lost the internet here, Axiom went down. Oh, well, anyway, we're gonna be on the phone, so you and Rachel are you there?
We have to merge.
Oh, I have to merge, where's merge? Oh, merge. Now I'm on a conference call. Rachel? Okay, so you and Jason and Rachel, I'm gonna put you on speaker, and then Renee is going to call Sonia and Dan, and then we'll all be on the phone, okay? Okay, Dad, let me, okay. Can you hear me?
You can hear me.
Can I hear, Jason, are you there?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so you guys are here, and then Renee's right here, so this'll work. This is 5 of
I
us.
think Danny is waiting for your call, I think.
Yes, Renee's calling. You can,
Hey, you Dan?
we're waiting for him to answer. You guys are on my phone, and those two are gonna be on her phone, because you can do a three-way
Hi,
call.
Dan. All right.
Our internet went down, Dan.
Good.
What about Sonia?
She didn't answer.
Okay, so we're gonna go with the four of us. All right, I had to say, okay, don't all talk at once. You should put JD Rule on your phone then. We're gonna call JD Rule to put on, because we need a press person. So just a minute. I did not hear anybody, I need my gavel, I'm not breaking my new phone with the gavel. Now, I did not hear anybody say the Pledge of Allegiance. That's when the internet went down, and I had to say it by myself. Okay, I believe you.
Hi, John, it's Renee. I've got you on the call as well. Dan, you there?
So I have to stay on the phone then, right?
Yes.
So there's you, the only one that's not here is Sonia. The rest of us are here with you, with yourself as representing the press. No, she's not on because we can only call 2 people from our phone each, so that's.
I tried to call Sonia, but she didn't answer.
Who is on the phone is Dan, Jason, Rachel, and JD Rule, and myself and Renee are here.
Okay.
What's that racket?
People talking in the back.
Okay, so,
Their computers.
You hear everyone, Dan?
yeah, but they're,
I'm hearing people and I'm hearing them on both the screen and the phone.
okay, so you probably want to turn your computers off, because you're getting feedback.
Well, if we do that, then the public isn't invited to the meeting.
The public, no, the public is on Facebook. They're watching it. They can call into the town office, because we can't handle the feedback. I can't think.
So what do we have to do?
You can't be on the phone and talking on the computer at the same time. The budget meeting was for everybody.
I'll just
But
mute.
now we're having a select board meeting, and the internet went down.
Okay.
I'm getting off the computer.
You just turn your volume off, that's all. You can watch it, you just can't be, it's like when you call into somebody on television and they say you have to turn your volume off on the television or they get this terrible echo.
Yeah. I'm off the FaceTime now. If you go up on top of your screen, Deb, it should appear.
All right, so we've already said the Pledge of Allegiance. We're opening the select board meeting it's now 5:15. We need a motion to sign the warrants. Okay, one at a time. Rachel?
Yes, I.
And Dan, you seconded?
Aye.
Okay, all in favor? Any,
Aye.
so, those opposed? No opposed, so, it's all ayes.
Yeah, do we need to vote to have you sign the warrants again?
Yeah, we should go ahead and make it,
Do we have?
you need to stop, whoever's on this phone, stop talking.
Design.
No, you guys, you and Jason and Rachel are being very good. You guys over here, Dan, and whoever's on that, needs to too much talking, we can't conduct a meeting. What was the question, Rachel?
How many warrants do we have and how do we sign it?
Well, last time we made a motion to allow me to sign the warrants as I look at them each week.
Yes, okay, but
So
then,
would you like,
it'll be done?
after the vote is after we have a majority vote for the signing of the warrants, I can then be allowed to sign the warrants during the COVID-19 crisis.
Okay, good, yes, lovely.
All right, so I'm signing the warrant, there's two of them.
Okay,
There's 2 pages of warrants. Nothing jumps out at me as any problem.
You
Okay.
stamped the checks earlier.
Hmm?
And you stamped the checks earlier.
And it's, yeah, I know. I did that. Okay. We need to approve the minutes of April 1st. They should have been sent, I believe that Renee sent them to you. Do I have a motion to sign?
yes,
To us?
I say we approve the minutes of April the 1st, April Fool's Day, in fact.
Okay,
No,
Rachel and Dan.
Dan, a second. Yeah.
thank you.
Okay, so now we have no old business unless someone has something that they think we have. American Legion liquor license renewal.
And that's the blue pen. too.
So I don't think that we should go with the meaning of myself just signing this as it's a liquor license. So if you could
Stop by the office.
stop by, if at least 2 of you can stop by, so we need 3 signatures on here in
Yeah,
blue.
I can come by tomorrow morning.
Okay, and Jason, maybe you can stop by, or Dan, whoever. You can all come.
I'll
but-
stop by in the morning.
Oh,
Okay. All right, so I'm just trying to find the signature line, here we go. So, we need a motion to approve of the American Legion liquor license.
Yes, I move that we approve the American Legion liquor license renewal. I will second.
And Jason seconds. All in favor? Those opposed? Those opposed, no. No, okay, so let me sign this before I forget. Don't forget to sign this in blue pen, blue pen, yes. COVID-19 update. I had asked for an update on that, as how much we've given out, so I'm hoping that I have it here somewhere. It's coming right up. We'll skip to the bike lane update. They're going ahead with, the update on the bike lane is we have to go into an agreement with the state, a new agreement, because I believe they're willing to pay up to 60% of the cost now. But one of the requirements is that all of it is paid for upfront before any of it is reimbursed. And it all has to be signed off by an engineer and meet with approval of the town. And then we will, and it probably won't be until August, we will go to special town meeting, we'll go to the regular town meeting, and we will make sure that we can in fact accept the reimbursement from the state and pass it on to Cobscook Shores, which will be in the contract with them. So that's the bike lane update.
And is it also in that contract that if it goes over, Costco picks up the tab?
If Cobscook Shores will be paying for the entire project in its entirety, and the state, provided it's done correctly and the engineer's done correctly, and I think they have been working with the state now. We're actually going to have bids. It had to go back up to be rebid, if that's JD Rule asking the questions. It was rebid out, and we're gonna be opening the bids, the next meeting, the 29th of April.
So it'll be an next select board? Yeah.
Yes. So,
Okay.
I guess, provided the bid is acceptable to Cobscook Shores, they will go ahead and they will, yes, pay for the entire project in its entirety. And when it is done, then all the invoices will be given to us, submitted to the state, and then the state will reimburse their project, I believe, up to 60%, of which one check will be given to the town, which will then be given to them as reimbursement.
Okay.
So that's the update there.
Okay, there's a lot of trust value here.
Well, as long as we're not putting any money out front, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
So, now is that, grand total from all of the projects, from the beginning? From the beginning?
This is how much has been given for food, and that's for fuel.
So we have given out $2,363 for food and $1,430 for fuel so far.
And we have had some pretty
And we've had
substantial
some
donations.
substantial donations. We had a $2,000 donation from an anonymous,
Yeah.
nice person,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
other,
Yeah, there's been some great donations, 500, 600.
so we don't have a total of donations.
No.
Anyway, I know we had 350 from the last time, and I know we had 2,000, so it looks to me like we're upwards of maybe almost $3,000 worth of donations. We don't have the exact figure, do we?
34.50
$34.50? We have $3,450
that's been donated.
that's been donated since this started, and we're very, very pleased with everyone who stepped up and helped us.
I do have other business.
So this was a one-time voucher for food, but in fact, if the donations keep coming in like they have been, and there are people who are really in need, we may revisit the one-time voucher to a second round if necessary.
I think that's a good idea, Carol, with this thing.
I think that $100 doesn't go too far, and especially for there's some of the fishermen out there it's really rough. Really rough. And others, but particularly the clammers, it's really difficult. Yes, well, we can go ahead and revisit that now if you'd like, or we can wait till the next meeting. Does anybody want to make a motion that if there is a real need, and that would be determined by the GA, or General Assistance Officer, if she feels that they really have a good case for a second voucher, we'd leave it up to them?
Yeah, I will make that a motion, Carol.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
No, I suppose no opposed, correct?
Right.
All right, so, thank you, I think that was a very good idea.
Yeah.
And
Carol,
now-
would you repeat the motion?
The motion was that the town will consider a second round of vouchers, and the need being, if necessary, if there's a true need, we're going to consider a second round of voucher applications. We have had one or two calls this week on people who have received a voucher who were in need and asked, and of course we said no, because it was just one-time thing. But if the first round has been applied for, and there are some people that 2 weeks have gone by and they need another voucher, then I think that we could consider a second. We're gonna consider, that's what we just passed, the motion was to consider a second voucher.
Yeah.
It's determined on need, of course, not for everyone's need-based voucher.
Yeah, I think the least we can do is help those folks out there.
I agree. So I think if you say, John, a need-based voucher for a second round, that would make sense, that would be explanatory. Okay, where were we? Manned Alliance, speaking of shellfish. One of the articles in the special town meeting that we were not able to vote on due to the coronavirus was a request to use the conservation funds that have been set aside for shellfish, and they've been around for a while, that she wants to be able to use that for the
I'm gonna try to
matching
get her on the
funds.
phone. She wanted to,
She wants to
use it.
She needs to use that to build those green crabs,
Right.
to get the materials to put the green crab traps together, and I believe it is a grant, and then I believe it will be reimbursed. That's my
They've already got the
understanding.
money. The money's here. It's just, we don't have the town meeting to accept
Oh,
the
oh,
funds.
so they want to spend the grant
Yes.
money? Oh,
But they can use the money, they wanna spend the
they
money
don't have any matching funds
in
at
the
all?
conservation fund, and then once the town can approve of it, it'll just go right back into the conservation fund.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So apparently, they have to prove that, like in any grant, you have to actually do the work and then you get reimbursed. They would like to use the funds in the conservation fund that's been set aside to purchase the materials, to build the traps, so that they then have the receipts that they can submit to the grant and get reimbursed and put it back into the conservation fund.
I guess the only question I have is there any expiration date on the grant?
There usually is, but I don't imagine, I mean, I just think time is of the essence for them right now,
It's-
because they're using it for conservation time to get their reduced price of the clamming license in July first,
Yeah, no, I agree.
so they need to get it done now.
The shellfish
But as
committee
far as the
met.
grants usually go for a year, but I'm just saying
Okay.
they're usually, I don't know of any grants that are less than a year to give you to accomplish what they've given you the money for, so.
Okay, yeah. I'm all for it.
The shellfish committee voted to do this too, so they just needed your,
So I will make the motion that we will allow the Shellfish Committee to expend the funds in the set aside for the shellfish conservation to use upfront to be reimbursed by the grant once the traps are made and the invoices are submitted.
I will second that. Good, good.
Oh.
I'm in favor.
All in favor?
Yeah.
I miss everybody's hands. Those opposed?
I have other business.
Okay, Renee has other business.
Something came in on my email this week from Mandy Oliver. Actually, it came from the DEP, and I didn't know what it was, so I asked her. It was a grant that they had applied for on our behalf, and according to her, they did not approve of the grant, but they offered us a loan, and she is suggesting that we turn down the loan as they are applying for other grant money from rural development. So her advice is to turn this down. So I just.
But are we
need a
gonna be able
motion.
to get every single bit of that money, from grants? I mean, can we just hold off on, I mean, maybe we're gonna need a small amount of the money, I mean. Oh,
It's a $5,000.
Well, I guess I'll make a motion to go by whatever Oliver has suggested, because they're the experts in this particular field. So if they think we
Just-
should turn it down, we should probably do that.
You can make a motion just for me to sign it and I'll sign
Yes.
it. Okay.
So we'll make a motion for Renee to sign it, to turn down the loan.
Yeah, I
Whoever-
can't close it for Renee.
Seconded who?
Rachel,
Yeah.
I'm in motion.
Motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. No opposed. Did you have a question, John?
No, I'm hearing it.
Well, committee updates, there will be only virtual committee meetings, and they did have apparently a virtual shellfish committee meeting. I don't know how well that went over on a Saturday before Easter at 6 o'clock at night. I know we forgot to sign in for that.
There were 9 when I was on there.
So,
Oh,
John, did you get on that meeting?
I did.
Oh, that's great. I don't know what I was thinking. I was waiting, thinking, at 5 o'clock Saturday, they went right out the window, and Ralph was supposed to sign in, we forgot. So hopefully we do a better job next time. Did it go well, the meeting, John?
Meeting went well.
That's great.
Meeting went well. Had a quorum.
Excellent,
Made some decisions.
excellent. Did they do conservation dates?
Yeah, they set some dates. They've got a plan.
So are we gonna have those dates announced?
They're on the website and they're on Quality TV.
Oh, okay, they are. All right, so great, there's conservation dates set, and that's excellent.
I can't remember what they are.
And if you are a committee ahead or part of a committee and you feel that you need to meet, Renee has been nice enough to facilitate setting these meetings up, these virtual meetings, and it's been just amazing. I find it fascinating that we can all meet. So, sorry the internet went down, at least we still had our phones, and there was no other public comment.
If I could have one thing, I mentioned this to Renee today, and I don't know where we want to go with this, was this, the infamous sidewalk that's going down Washington Street. I know that it was, the discussion was bandied about a while ago, about filling the asphalt or mixing in asphalt with those, pulverized pieces of glass. We might want to approach these guys and see if they'd be willing to do it, and we might be able to kill 2 birds with one stone.
It's certainly worth a phone call.
Yeah, I'll ask Travis.
Get rid of that, Rachel, I will take all you've got, and I will get rid of it. Really, what are you gonna get rid of it? I've got a mile-long driveway if I can. Oh, honey, then you get together with Kenny and we'll just do it.
Oh, Jason, you want the pulverized glass?
Yeah.
Somebody said.
Well, I mean, I can get rid of it. Oh, that's great.
To at no cost to the town?
Well, no. Maybe a cinnamon one. Oh, well, okay, that's in your future, honey. There you go, we got a deal. Okay.
Alrighty then. Anyone else? If there's no other public comment, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I so move.
Second,
I will second.
Jason. All in favor?
Aye. It's a
All right.
pleasure as usual, people.
We'll see you all on the 29th then. Same thing, budget
Okay,
first
honey.
at 4.
Take care.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, Jason.